Guys, please watch the video all the way through before attempting to build. Also, when I say hacksaw, I really mean jigsaw. Today I am space outer. Obviously, I'm always space outer, but still. Okay, but today what I'm going to be doing is showing you guys how to make a Daedric sword. So what we're starting with here is like a template that I made. It's pretty much just a modified Storm the Castle template. I'll show you that more, but I finally got some wood. And another thing is I have another video for this, but my Legend of Zelda shield has superficial handle duct taped on that right now, but that's not what this video is about. There's a video about that already, but I'm gonna switch views so we can get into what I have and what we're going to be doing first. So guys, this is just a Storm the Castle template, but I modified it to make it skinnier, have the bumps up here, and overall make it more accurate to what it actually looks like in the game. The spike isn't perfect here, but you know, whatever. Yeah, so just a little modification I made to the template. I have like a 1/2 inch piece of wood and like a 1/4 of an inch piece of wood. And basically, like Storm the Castle, but we're making ours out of wood. We have a layer, the blade layer, and then another layer. So the 1/2 inch pieces of wood will be just this part right here, just that part, like so. I'm probably just gonna layer this on here on that part to make that thicker, but that's not the point right now. But yeah, so these thick ones are just going to be this part, but the blade, yeah, that's gonna be the thick ones. It's just these parts along here and everything. But then the skinny one will be the blade layer, which is going to be the entire thing. It will make more sense once we actually get into it. So what we're going to do is trace it onto the template, so then we can start getting a basic idea of what we are doing. The skinny board, and it has one full complete one drawn, and then it has the it has the guard copied twice, and then a little line that goes along here copied twice. That's just little detail things, but this is where the actual blade is going to be constructed of that part. And then we have the thicker piece of wood, which has just this part on it, as you can see, exact same thing. And the blade or whatever, which you can see, I just cut off the template, would go here-ish, somewhere around there. See, looks like that, basically. This just has 2 of those on it. This is literally super thick. So not that thick, but when you consider that it's going to be roughly, I'm just going to show you this best I can. Scoot over. It's going to be roughly this thick as the entire blade, which will definitely give us some to work with, because we are going to have to use a Dremel to get some details in it. But that's just the stencil work that we have so far. Next year we're going to want to get like a hacksaw or a scroll saw or something like that, and basically just cut out the template parts. And then after that, we're going to have to take a Dremel and make sure everything is aligned properly. After that, you can start like detailing, but we're going to get into that later, but that's what you need for now. Okay guys, I'm filming on 4th of July right now because I am celebrating America with making swords. Okay, whatever. So this is what we currently have. I cut the parts out. So I decided to not go ahead and do these other parts. See in there? I decided not to do those because that would make it way too thick. So ultimately what I did was I took a block like this and I marked where I wanted it to be, and then I sanded, and I took like my Dremel with a sanding bit on it and slowly leveled it down till it was like this. It's not perfectly smooth, but I think it's fine. So this is what we currently have on that. And of course we obviously have the blade, which we literally took an X-Acto knife, because I'm using a fairly nice wood. Not very nice, but like fairly cheap wood that's like really soft, so I can just took an X-Acto knife and started doing little detailing work on it. So yeah, but as you can see, one thing you're going to need to do after you level it is like these two, for example, the blade and the rest of it. I took it and I basically clamped these two together. I recommend doing it all three together at the very end, but I took the two, clamped them together, and smoothed them out so that they're, for the most part, lined up properly. So that's what it's looking like right now, which is definitely looking way more like a Daedric sword. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna need to do this for this next piece over here, which is going to be super fun to do for this piece, but we're gonna obviously do it on this side so that it is even. That's how much I brought mine down. So, yeah. That's pretty much eyeballing it the entire time. So, good luck. Okay, so once you have both successfully sanded, you need to make sure there's a nice, kind of vague little, I guess, bevel along side there. What we're going to need is some wood glue, and you're going to want to line it up the best you possibly can with, so that it's as even as possible, and glue it on both sides. And then after that, we're going to have to start successfully, we're going to have to start, not successfully, but we're going to have to start doing stuff like sanding it so it's all even, as well as getting some of like the details you can't really make without all three layers together. But yeah, so you need to wood glue all three of them, and then get yourself some clamps and clamp them shut. So yeah. Hey guys, so it's like 4th of July right now, so there might be fireworks in the background. I'm not sure if we're gonna hear it. So what I did was I glued them all together, all three layers, and then I started sanding out the areas in which they were going to be connected at. So also got the pommel looking pretty good. That was annoying for sure, but most of this is coming along quite nicely. Yeah, so definitely looks pretty accurate in my personal opinion. Now what we're going to have to do is we're going to use my Dremel press over here. That's what I like to call it. And I'm going to put a drill bit, and I'm going to carve out some of the detail areas. So there's one along here, one in here. This was going to do string stuff later, but we got the little parts carved out for it. Looking at the bottom. I need to get some string on it so that the thing looks good. For the most part, I think this thing's coming along really well. It's looking really great. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be total, but yeah, I'm liking it thus far. those parts are like the worst, but I don't think they really matter. Fireworks, annoying. Okay, yeah. The top little part here. So I'm gonna go probably draw those on with a pencil, and then just drill them out. Most likely tomorrow, because I am exhausted and it's really hard to concentrate with all the fireworks going off. But you know, whatever. So I will see you all then. Tried to use the little Dremel stand I had with a Dremel and to take out these areas. It worked pretty well for the most part, but I would like to say, because I'm using MDF, I'm actually going to do this, but X-Acto knife, no, it's not the right blade size, but that's all I had. It's X-Acto knife blades work much better. Just future reference. Yeah. So this thing is pretty much done, but it's MDF, so we're gonna have to prime this thing. So yeah, sawdust in there. So yeah, this thing is pretty much done. We have to prime it, then paint it, and then we have to do the grip. And yeah, I will be back when this thing is primed and dried. Guys, so I went ahead and primed it, and then went on and painted it. So this is what it looks like. I ended up using like a paint with like texture in it. And then I went and, it's not actually the paint, but I basically then painted it black. The blade is just like a dark gray primer. And then I went ahead and made myself a weapon black. For this thing, I marked the little spots for the holes to be. I'm not really going to show you how to make this, it's just, something I wanted to do. So, I painted the bottom of the pommel silver. Painted the little areas in here red. And it's really looking like a sword at this point. The point where it's almost like super accurate, I think. In my personal opinion, I really like the rough texture on it. I think it looks really good. One more thing, I went to like Home Depot. You can go like Home Depot, Tractor Supply, Lowe's, somewhere there, and I got myself some rope. That's what it looks like. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do for like the little spacers between the rope segments. But I'm going to have to try to figure that out probably like today sometime. So, yeah, I hope you, that's a little imperfect, I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, so, I think it definitely looks like the Daedric sword. My personal opinion. Looks like it. I like it. I think this thing looks amazing. But I can't wait till it has a helmet on and it's up on my weapon plaque. That will be amazing when that happens. So, yeah. Hey guys, I am back and I did the handle, finally. So you guys don't realize, it's been days since I last recorded, almost like 2 weeks or so, something like that, something crazy. So what I ended up doing was I ended up getting a thinner rope than what I originally showed you guys. And I ended up deciding to go with the 4 segments that are actually on there compared to what I was originally doing. Is only going to have 3 rope segments. But that's an advantage of having small rope, and as you can see, these little silver binds here. That's just like a cereal box that I spray painted with like silver metallic. And this area over here is the same thing. It's cut at this shape. But then like took a pencil and erased it so the shine went off and just turned to this gray. And then I just took a pencil and did the X's and the circles. Obviously, it's on both sides. There you go. Not the best X's and circles or whatever in the world. My camera's not focusing on there. They're not the best, but they should do for just hanging on the wall. Speaking of hanging on the wall, I think I showed this off, but I ended up finishing it. Scoot. This chair's not scooting very well. Okay, there you go. I accidentally put a shield rack instead of a weapon rack, but I don't think it will really matter. So, in the game, it ends up going on like this. Like, that's where it goes on and it's attached and everything. But I'm actually going to flip mine around because I think this side of the sword looks better. So I want to show off my better side of the sword. So we're just going to put it like here. And it's going to look like that on the wall. So, next clip will be when I have entirely done, everything's finished, and it's on the wall where that duct tape is right there, where the duct tape is now. So, yeah, it's like 9:30, so I'm gonna go to bed. I'm pretty tired, I've been, like, working all day. So, I will see all of you guys later in the next clip. So beautiful. I'm probably gonna get in before I, like, burn my foot off, because the roofing is burning my foot. Okay, how are you guys doing? I am back, and this is it. This is the finished Daedric sword with the plaque up. It looks amazing in my personal opinion. Everything about this looks good. There. Well, that didn't just happen, trust me. Also, there you go, guys. I think this thing looks great. Definitely worth all the time and effort of making it. I personally love this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.